Hello. The camera's on now. I'm awkward.
What?
Excellent.
What's the camera?
I
How
mean
do
a
you agree to
microphone.
this camera?
I mean a microphone.
Oh,
What do I do? I don't know, but I think it's session 18.
I believe you are correct.
Excellent. I like being correct.
this session is old enough to vote.
Damn. Well, I hope it makes a good decision. So it's been a while since last session, which is a bit of an understatement, but such is life. Does anyone remember what went down? I guess it's a little easier because you guys are still on the page that had all the stuff on it.
I remember very vividly.
Azal, you aided and abetted in a war crime, I think.
Perhaps.
I mean, it's tough to call it a war crime. It certainly was an act of war.
Yeah.
I think we definitely helped with it, though.
Yes.
Yes, but yes, you are correct. You
Which side? I don't know. Who
the
knows?
Guild Mages Forum was under attack by the Gruul, specifically by one of the Gruul clans, the clan that has a name that I definitely remember.
Gore clan.
The Gore clan. Thank you. That's the ones. Yes, so they were raiding the Guild Mages Forum, and were successful due to some unexpectedly high-powered munitions.
Yes.
So the Boros pulled out, and the Gruul have taken up residence there. But your group had decided that that wasn't your problem anymore, and so you went back to potentially renegotiate the contract you had signed with the Orzhov Angel, who at the time had agreed, had told you to the territory should be regained, and that was the terms of your deal. However, the Gruul succeeding in their military campaign apparently constituted a breach of contract. And thus you have all fallen victim to some type of enchantment binding you, and basically that was basically pretty much exactly where we left off. So we'll fade back in a little bit later. You were basically imprisoned. The enchantments were basically law magic that literally bound you, prevented you from moving. And then a little while later, some thralls showed up, which are basically like flesh constructs with wings, and picked you guys up and flew you back to the cathedral, where you were deposited in the cells underneath the main church. And before too long, you were visited by the angel once more, who seems less than pleased with you.
I say nothing.
Sorry, my fiance kicked our cat.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Is probably an accident, I would say. It's the cat's fault. It always is. They're always wandering underfoot
My
and then
cat
getting
tried to murder
kicked
me.
and then yelling about it. They're like, "How dare you? How dare you hit me with your foot?" And you're like, "Well, if you'd stop wandering around in between my feet while I'm walking, it wouldn't happen so much." So
It's true. It's true. Bella tried to kill me once.
yeah, it knocked you down the stairs.
Knocked me down the stairs. There's a
yeah,
hole.
you got a
in
day off of work because of that.
There's a hole in the wall. Or my head hit the wall. Yeah.
Nice to know your head is stronger than the wall.
I would have been if I hit the stud, but let's not talk about that.
In any event, yes. So So she unfurls a scroll in front of all of you, and helpfully she waves her hand over it, and helpfully the provisions that you are in breach of helpfully uh, almost literally lift off the page and um, hover in front of each of your cells. And it seems like, now that you are reading it in plain English, it seems as though, yes, stopping the Gruul it was not merely like stopping the Gruul attempts and regaining the territory. Turns out that, again, allowing them to achieve their military goals constitutes a breach, which honestly is not really surprising to any of you, I would imagine.
Hmm.
But our cat is now hiding in a tunnel because she's sad. Well, she's feeling better now. She's getting
Give her a little salami.
She's getting attention, so she's fine. She's like, oh, I just wanted attention. So now she gets her attention and she's happy again. All is forgiven. Anyway. So, generally how repayment goes in the breach of contract is that there are fines specified in the contract. Often with Orzhov contracts, this will involve, in the event of your death, that your spirit will be consigned to servitude for the Orzhov for some period of time.
Excellent.
However, in this instance, the angel does not seem to think that, that under the current circumstances that you'd probably be more useful for other purposes, which she leaves unspecified. And she does not deign to explain to you further what she means by that. In fact, she just leaves, and the four of you are left imprisoned.
I yell at her. Or wait, do kangaroos exist in this world?
Sorry, what did you say?
Do kangaroos exist in this world?
No.
I was gonna call it a kangaroo court, but I guess.
I mean, you can call it a kangaroo court, although this did not go to a court. You have not appeared in front of a judge.
And she wants to be the judge. This is a kangaroo court serving her own interests.
You may well be right about that, but given that you are all currently imprisoned, and in any event, your protestations fall on deaf ears. It seems nobody is coming.
How long have we been here for? Just this one night?
You're not sure. I guess probably it is. Yeah, it's only been It's a matter of days.
Were we stripped of our stuff at all?
Yes. You are stripped of your stuff.
My stuff, my precious stuff. I need my stuff.
I need my stuff to do things.
Did being unconscious constitute a long rest?
I mean, technically, probably not, right? But I think probably like you weren't actually given the chance to rest because you weren't actually like unconscious. You were just unable to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't like resting. You were being imprisoned. So yeah, I would say no. And yeah, I was planning on fast forwarding a bit here anyway. You guys can try to like do stuff if you want, but
Okay. Well, I was just going to ask if my character might know of ways in the past that Orzhov contracts have been like nullified, or like if there's some way that I might be able to sort of invalidate the contract. Like in something.
I mean, probably if you were allowed to speak with advocates of some kind.
See, we were never given the payment, and therefore.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's impossible, but it would require the service of a skilled law mage of some kind, either Azorius or Orzhov, who'd be able to probably weasel a way out of the enforcement provisions. That's certainly something that would be possible, but in your current situation, it seems rather difficult.
I see you.
Okay.
And you know she's gonna make us sign another contract. You just know it.
Yeah. This is the breaking contract. You may now sign this contract.
Oh yeah, down for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably I'm pulling DM rank, and I'm gonna railroad you guys a bit because that's what I get to do as DM.
That's fine. We're in prison. I'm just sitting
Yeah,
here.
you're in prison, and
I count the hours. How many hours exactly?
Exactly. Often I would, if you guys are imprisoned, if I put you in prison as the DM, that means I intend for you to escape in some way. In this instance, this jail is remarkably secure, and despite your best efforts at picking the locks or tunneling out, or what have you, it tends to come in vain. It all comes to naught.
I don't
And
even
after-
try.
Are we all together?
No, you are all in separate cells.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And after a few days of trying, you resolve yourselves to waiting out your imprisonment. The angel has not come back ever since, but you have been given like decent enough food. Thralls have brought you food. They don't really have a mind, most of them, so they're not great conversation partners. But you guys can chat with one another.
Okay.
But after a few days of this, you are greeted by a familiar and friendly face.
It's Nash's
Sean.
Sven, isn't it?
Red.
Sorry?
It's Nash's Sven, isn't it?
No, it is not, actually. It is
Is it-
Sean's mom.
Oh, I was glad you say Krenko the Goblin. I was like, oh my god, Krenko.
Granko, what's up?
Sean's
No.
on? Do we know this person?
No, is your character's mother.
Yeah.
Oh, my character's mother.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
And she's,
What? Why is that? Oh no.
I don't know.
she's very worried about you.
I doubt
She's
her.
been very worried about you, and she's very happy to see you.
Hello.
Wait, what?
And she fumbles with the keys and immediately lets the four of you out of prison.
Yay! We're out of prison.
Wait, us too?
Oh, what?
Yeah. She says, you'll have to come with me.
Yay! Time to go to court. It's joking. I don't know. Yes.
So you guys are brought out upstairs and back into the main kind of like foyer of the building. In your imprisonment, the cathedral is looking much better, much cleaner. The angel has clearly been busy. Most of the as you guys look towards the keep, where there was a huge fire and a collapsed wall, but the rubble has been cleared away and most of the fire damage has been cleared up. Oh yeah, you guys knocked over like 1 million statues. Those have been removed, although not replaced as of yet.
Okay.
But yeah, the place is looking a lot better. And you, a Selesnya delegation is standing in the foyer, looking somewhat uncomfortable, as they often are when in Orzhov structures. But they're speaking with your captor, and she smiles a wry grin at you as you ascend. Well, she says, it seems that these fine people have assumed your debt. And she grins.
Who's assumed our debt?
Sorry?
Who's assumed our debt?
The Selesnya. They have taken on your debt
Excellent.
What?
in exchange for your freedom. Relative freedom.
What's the debt clause again? Or was it just the fact that they're gonna say? I'm just gonna be like super confused because like I didn't really read I made it a point of like not reading.
So there is a Selesnya mage who seems to have been like press ganged into doing this, and he's like he's like reading over the contract. He's clearly been like poring over the contract, and he's like, so basically the way that it works is that you were basically committed to indentured servitude for a period no less than 5 years. But we were able to negotiate that down to a much shorter period with a significant cash payment. So we have done that, and we have assumed the remainder of the clauses.
Okay.
So basically, you work for us now.
Ah, excellent.
Oh, I'd much rather
Hey,
work for this
job security.
Lesnia.
Excellent. It all's well that ends well, is what I always say.
And I was gonna say this. So the Selesnya are like, they seem like, they're like, yeah, this is better than, better than the alternative of you guys basically just rotting away in a Orzhov labor facility for a long period of time. However, having said that, they did have to make a rather substantial donation to the church, so they're not particularly pleased with that. But they're like,
and I'm like, how is the area? Did they leave, or are they still riding?
yeah, well, you guys are in the foyer, but they're gonna take you with. Well, I mean, they're asking you to come with them.
Do they give our stuff back?
Oh yes, they will give you your stuff back.
Ah, my precious stuff.
Yeah, your stuff was taken with you and just removed from you while you were imprisoned. But yeah, so they're gonna walk and talk basically. So as you leave the grounds of the church, you notice that the area around it has also been much restored. The buildings have not been reconstructed, the ones that were destroyed, but the square itself has been. And you actually notice there's a fair number of thralls and Selesnya around, just like doing general maintenance and keeping things and like putting things back in order. And yeah, the square looks fairly nice actually at this point. There's a lot of new plant growth that has been trimmed back from its formerly kind of wild tangle and looks much more neat and orderly. And the fountain's working again, so there's that. But yeah, so basically they kind of give you the lowdown that you guys basically went off the grid for like a solid week, and everyone was pretty sure you were dead. And
We were sure we were dead.
Yeah, and then so when they heard about the Gruul taking over the Guild Mages Forum, they assumed that that you guys were there, and so they got in contact with the Boros, who, as soon as they had managed to regroup after retreating, did confirm that you guys had been there recently. And also, of course, they knew because they had received the enchanted orb that you guys had managed to retrieve. So the Selesnya, by the way, are they basically decided to assume you're dead because you returned that to them. So they're like, well, you guys have done us a great service in returning that, so we're willing to do something in return.
I shoot Azala a look.
Azala just stares forward.
As a matter of fact, actually, hold on. They're so happy. They're willing to. They have given you some gifts in return, as well. Hold on a second. Yeah, here it is. Let me just get my notes back together.
I think there's some music happening, and OBS has different sensitivity levels. Noise gate.
OBS.
Open broadcast software. So the software I use to stream. I have to change the noise gate, but I'm not sure. Hello? Okay, I think that fixed it. There's probably some background noises, but hopefully me speaking over it's more than fine, I hope. I'll double check. I don't know. We'll have to figure this out later. I'm in a new spot. I'm upstairs now.
So they hand over a couple scrolls. I guess probably to you, Azala, since you're the magician, since you're the wizard.
Okay.
This is because you returned the thing. They were able to restore the enchantment to its original form, but that involved spinning off some of the more aggressive enchantments that the Gruul had managed to attach to it. So this is the result of that. So they'll give you a couple scrolls, a scroll of non-detection and a scroll of hypnotic pattern.
Let me write that down. Core. Excellent.
So yeah, basically it was a large number of magic. So they kind of disenchanted it to a certain extent, but that meant that a lot of the magical energy had to be siphoned off, and this was the result.
Interesting.
That's cool. You could learn
So yeah,
maybe.
Learn them, use them, do what you like. But in any event, before too long, you guys are basically walking through what is now Gruul turf. But before too long, you reach basically what looks as though it's a Selesnya enclave. And they explain to you that this is not actually Gore clan territory. Like, you guys walked for a few hours, and this is kind of more neutral ground amongst the Gruul. So the Selesnya are allowed to have an outpost here.
Okay.
I asked them, are we allowed to tell you what's been poisoning the thing? Because that was covered under the contract.
Yeah.
I guess assume you know. I don't know.
I will. Yeah, I was gonna say they've actually figured it out. So basically, this is again. They did figure it out. They when speaking with the angel, and part of their agreement going forward is that they are going to be responsible for containing any further spillovers caused by these curses.
Okay.
Okay.
The Selesnya will be responsible?
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, the Orzhov. It was a secret because the Orzhov pontiffs who were doing this curse didn't want anyone to know, but the angel is kind of pissed off at them too. So she's agreed of her own volition. And due to the circumstances, the Orzhov, as a larger scale, were convinced that this would be the right move. So,
okay.
Like I said, things have changed since you guys have been away, but not too much.
How many days was it, do you think?
I'd say probably a little over a week. You guys aren't sure.
Yeah.
I guess you could figure out exactly, but it's only been around a week. But basically, things have, for the most part, calmed down. But there are several things that the Selesnya are worried about. And the other reason they chose to free you is because they believe that you can help, and that you indeed would have incentive to help with some of the problems that are facing the city.
Okay. What sort of problems?
Yeah. Well, you guys are aware of basically the tension that's within the Golgari now. In fact, that there, I think probably Steve was talking about that last session as well. That basically there is a full-blown civil war brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the Selesnya, this is obviously very concerning to them because they don't like war. And they would prefer that there is not a war at all.
Mm.
Yes. Do not like war at all.
Well, if they must, they must. They're not afraid to fight. But in fact, their intelligence gathering operations have noticed that a lot of the guilds seem to be running very serious schemes that they believe should be disrupted, and believe that you guys are in the best position to do it right now, because nobody actually really knows where you guys are or what's
Still up
going
to
on. The Selesnya have been able to like suss out where you guys are, but to everyone else, including your own guilds, they don't even know that you exist anymore.
Interesting. We're dead.
You are off the books,
Welcome to the A
so to
team.
speak.
I point to my neck and I'm like, how off the books am I?
They're like look at it and they're like, well, I mean, you're not off all the books, but you're off the books that matter. And some of the reason that they are concerned, they're concerned. I mentioned like some of the guilds are doing some illicit activities. Obviously, you mentioned the Golgari, the civil war is brewing. There is also some serious concerns that they have with the Simic, specifically with the leader of the local Simic.
Oh?
Yeah. He's been meeting with a lot of suspicious individuals, and the assumption is that he may be planning a power play to usurp Zagana as overall leader. And they're unsure of Vanifar, is whether to what degree she's involved or is aware of this plot. But given the circumstances, they would prefer that any large-scale power shift in the Simic be stopped, if at all possible. And given that both you, Andrew and Yaya, have somewhat of a vested interest in maintaining the current power structure as is, that you might be interested in investigating that.
Okay.
Likewise, the Azorius and Boros, who originally agreed with this plan, have been excessively reticent, and have been kind of like completely walled off and have not been interested in like helping. So this is why the Selesnya have kind of been doing everything in the wake of these events. The Boros have completely like walled themselves off, and there have been serious reports of like terrifying reports coming in from most of the prisons, especially Sawtooth. There's been a lot of less than ethical treatment of prisoners, or so it seems, in the event that the Boros are looking for information on something. And likewise, the Azorius have been very aggressively, basically doing what you would probably call aggressive gentrification, where they're seizing entire districts for unknown purposes, and tying up any hope of legal occupation with red tape. And nobody's exactly sure what they're doing there.
Okay. That's the Azorius?
Yes.
They're turning all of our crack dens into well-respected places. It's weird.
So yeah,
Wonder why the Boros are shutting themselves off. It seems really random.
Because there's a freaking. What house was that? It was an Is It bomb that blew up the wall.
I mean, I guess so.
mhm.
They're
But that
like,
could have come from anywhere.
That's another thing that actually that they talk about, that there has been a huge proliferation of very powerful and dangerous Is It weaponry on all sides. They're also very concerned about that and would like you guys to maybe try and investigate it
Okay.
if possible. But obviously, there's the long and the short of it is there's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And because you guys are officially off the books and your guilds are not officially involved, this will be easier. It'll make it easier for you to do these investigations. And they hastily point out you don't actually have a choice. Your contract has been bought out. For better or for worse, your debts are owned by the Selesnya Conclave.
Right.
for what period of time? I'm not asking for myself because I'm
Yeah, for
obviously
yourself
Silesia.
forever.
I'm fine. I'm fine with this agreement. I'm just asking for the others.
But the rest of us, yeah.
For 6 months.
Not too bad.
That's the way they were able to
It's like-
negotiate it down to.
Looks
Not
like I'm your
bad.
boss for 6 months. It's good. No.
I don't know how I feel about this. Considering you're the one who sort of got us in the situation.
You guys are perfectly so yeah, obviously this is you guys are perfectly free to not feel happy about this, but
I got us in this situation.
You
No,
helped.
no.
Me and Yaya were at the bottom of the hill.
I don't know.
We
about
don't know
that.
what happened.
I didn't. Yeah.
I look scary. That's all I did. Okay.
Oh man.
I guess we should sort of debrief. They probably know a lot of the stuff we know already. Then, by the sounds of it, I guess debrief them about Bear Lab.
yes,
yeah.
That's a good point actually. As far as they so you can tell them your information, and when they mentioned that the leader had been assassinated, they're like, that's very concerning. Obviously, there's something going on in the Cynic, right? Somebody is planning something that they don't want the others to know about. Nobody knows it's the intelligence they've been able to gather. Like, the guy didn't just leave of his own accord. Like, that just doesn't happen. You don't open up a lab in the middle of nowhere without telling anyone for no reason, right? So somebody told him to be out there, and convinced him to resign his position in exchange for something, but they're not sure who, and apparently someone doesn't want anyone to know.
No, wait. They said they told him to resign. Oh, resign his position, and then he chose not to, right?
No.
He resigned in the CIMIC and then went to be an independent research lab.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Pseudo-independent, right? But he wouldn't just do that for no reason, right? Especially now that when they relay your information that he was killed, he was obviously sent out there by someone in order to keep his research under wraps. Someone found out.
Yeah.
So
someone just didn't want an army of super bears being available to both sides, I guess. Private army of super bears, highly intelligent super
That's kind of
Yeah. So this is the thing. So like they kind of like when they're talking with you, they're like, we understand that, like, you know, for you guys who aren't Sean, this isn't your guild, and you may feel like this has nothing to do with you, and that we're taking advantage of you. And to be frank, we are.
Yay.
I
On the
mean,
other hand, like these concerns are not just our concerns. Like, we believe that you share them and are also interested in knowing the truth of what's going on within your own guild.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not
and-
particularly upset.
If we wouldn't, we like, to be frank, like, we wouldn't have freed you if we didn't think that you'd be willing to cooperate anyway. You know, and like I said, like, all of you have a vested interest in, you know, you're all guild members and you have a vested interest in knowing what's going on in your guild, at the very least to advance, but probably because you have ambitions of your own.
Yeah.
On that note, how widespread does everyone know about this civil war?
Above ground, almost nobody. Below ground, almost everybody.
Interesting.
The Golgari are being more reticent than usual as of late, and the few like above ground businesses and trades have been dwindling, mostly because it's been so dangerous trying to ship goods from above ground to below ground. Lots of supply caravans and things have been being raided, but of course, the leader of the Golgari has been trying to keep any information about that like secret. Gerard has been Guildmaster Gerard has been basically hiding as much as he can, and the belief is that is because the war is going poorly, or you know.
And your stake in this is you just want it to end?
Yes, they're not fussed about like what exactly happens, but they do want it. Especially, they don't want it to break out into open conflict, because right now it's kind of like guerrilla style, like ambushes, and you know, supplies are being sabotaged or stolen.
Because life is precious. We must work together to succeed.
Well, I mean, the Golgari are more mercenary than most about using life for good and for ill. But yes, they it hasn't broken out into open conflict, and if it does, it would be extremely bloody. And so the Selesnya, of course, would very much prefer that not happen.
But you don't have a like a horse, I guess, in this race, do you?
Who, the Selesnya?
Yeah.
No, they're not. They don't care about the internal politics of the Golgari, right? It's nothing to them who is leading the guild, but, well, at least it's not a big deal to them who leads the guild. Like, they have contacts all over, right? Both within the major powers of the guild and within the rebellious parts, because they're being prudent and playing both sides. But, and as a result, they don't actually have a strong preference as to who eventually succeeds.
But they're hoping that you have a preference, that you help us.
Whatever you do, they prefer stability, right? So they're not all that fussed about what actually happens, as long as you are, as long as you're willing to help them stop it.
Okay.
So yeah, so basically, what's going down? That's basically everything. Almost all the guilds have something big going on that could bear investigating. Like I said, the Azorius are doing a fairly aggressive landholding scheme, like mistreatment of prisoners in Sawtooth, and they have also been extremely reticent. The Golgari Civil War, the Gruul obviously are doing something out at the Guild Mages Forum. We still don't know what or why they were so insistent on trying to capture it. And there's been a lot of instability amongst the clans as well, and a lot of internal struggles as well that they have been trying. That most of the other guilds have no idea what's going on with them. There's been Is It Tech showing up in all sorts of places. In basically every major conflict has been being supplied with huge amounts of very powerful, very dangerous Is It weaponry. The Cynic have some kind of power struggle at the top amongst the three major figures. And the major figures being like the leader of the Zonot within the city, and then Vanifar, who's leading the Guardian project, and the overall guild leader, who is Zagana, right?
Mm.
So there's a lot of political tensions going on within the Simic itself. And of course, the jury review is on the horizon. And so the Rakdos have been taking to the streets even more so than often, even more so than normal. So they have been very active and causing all sorts of mayhem, which they claim is advertising.
Do we have tickets to that?
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Let's go to that.
You've got front row seats. So that is in that is still a ways away. That's still in a few weeks' time.
Go to that. Did we miss the dinner though? We missed the dinner. It was only a couple of days.
Yeah, I think we definitely
you
did.
guys definitely did. But you could probably get it. You can probably get the ticket like renewed, or if you take it to an Orzhov facility in the central, like back in the center of town. Usually they're able to honor it in some other way or issue a replacement or something like that.
Listen,
legally speaking.
I don't even remember how we got the
because
dinner.
it was a gambling den, right? So the Orzhov own the place, and so that's why they issue these certificates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey.
legally speaking, you're generally entitled to something. Like they can't, like if you miss, like I said, it was for a specific day, but generally they're able to offer something else in compensation.
Cool.
You might need to like get an advocate to write up the paperwork, but it happens often enough that even the Orzhov don't try to fight it.
Those fancy tickets are in my possession though. They're Zala's.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you guys. My point is like you missed that one, but don't worry. That you can probably get something for them if you're interested in doing that. Obviously, everyone needs some time off.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's cool.
The long and the short of it is, you guys, for what it's worth, none of the guilds like at large know of what you're doing. The Selesnya do, in the sense that like this particular group has so right now only the Selesnya really know that you guys are still active and still doing stuff. So they recommend obviously be careful about who you trust. But yeah. So what do you guys think?
Good idea.
I dig it.
Oddly, I'm most concerned about the Boros prison. I don't know why. Just the idea of them like mistreating prisoners seems strange. I don't know why they're being so like aggressive all of a sudden.
Yeah, but I don't know if we're gonna go get imprisoned or pretend to be Boros enough to get any information. It'd be hard. I think we need to figure out why or what side they're trying to play for.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff we could do.
Yeah, I think like basically what I'm thinking going forward, now that you guys are kind of like I've basically done this opening bit to kind of get you guys familiar with all of the guilds and what they all do. And like I said, going forward, I'm hopefully gonna like slide into like my original plan, which is you guys are free-ish to do what you want and to investigate what you want, and I will.
Right.
I basically will have like a timer. Well, like I'll have like a calendar where things will happen in time, and you guys will have to decide what you want to do with your time.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I laid all this out like this is just so that you guys know, what's going on in the city and what you guys can do going forward.
Right.
But it is really up to you and what you're like, going forward with your characters and what your characters are interested in and what you're interested in as players.
Okay.
Let's stop the war.
Stop the war.
Yeah. Gotta stop the war. Gotta stop the Golgari civil war. But I don't know. Is step one trying to figure out the mix role in this all? We just did the laboratory. We could find out their role, or we could pivot to the Golgari.
Well, do we know if they have a role, or are they just like?
Did he say that
Trying
there's like
to,
a person who's trying to take the leadership? And
Yeah, there's basically
something's
they're not sure because the Simic are very secretive. But there's definitely some political wranglings going on because the Simic have basically been totally interested in helping you guys. Like the Selesnya have made overtures to them several times, being like, "Hey, do you want to help us try and find these guys? Because they gave us this thing and then dropped off the map." And there hasn't been much return communication. Coinciding, by the way, with that lab being destroyed, as around the same time. So.
Hey, we interested in that.
When you told the Selesnya that they're like that, they're like, that's very interesting because that's right around the time they went incommunicado. So something's up.
Good. What coincided with when the thing went down?
When that lab blew, that's coincided with the Simic basically cutting off official communication with the Selesnya.
Ooh, you guys are in trouble.
Okay.
Something's going on internally that they don't want anyone to know about.
Ooh, maybe shouldn't have known it. You guys probably aren't supposed to know about that lab.
Probably not.
This is so,
Officially, unofficially didn't exist. Who knows? I don't know. I'm interested about the Golgari. Prospect of going underground seems dangerous and suicidal almost. The Simic seem to have way too much power with magic. I mean, just a simple bare laboratory could defeat us.
Yeah. That shit was ridiculous.
Can't go against the guild. I don't even know. I feel like the easiest thing is the Cult of Rakdos. We'll see what they're happen about. Let's go attend that
Cult of
thing.
Rakdos?
If it's crazy, we can try to put a stop to it. But also, that seems suicidal. You know, it'll be a fun time. You just leave. It's like,
the review is still in a few weeks. So,
is it? Do we have the Is It contact? Maybe we could do that first. That weapons dealer, like episode 1. Ask them what's going on.
Oh, Faelish?
Yep.
I know she didn't really.
I mean, I could try to get in touch with Faelish.
We were friends. Point. I feel like the Boros prison is dangerous. You should go find Krinko and be like, "Hey, what's up? Maybe we're on your side now."
Krinko is kind of tied up in the whole Golgari Civil War thing.
Oh yeah, on the bad side. Ugh.
On the insurgent side. Good and bad. Well,
You should free him from his debt because he was like, "I'm gonna be free," and they're like, "No, you're not." Worm.
I didn't call him that.
I don't know. We could investigate the Zoria Senate and be like, what's going on with this? That seems like the easiest and less threatening. But I feel like the Civil War is a brewing.
Within the Golgari?
Yeah, I mean that's like what we're supposed to do. But I feel like everything is kind of feeding into itself or into other houses' plans for their own benefit. So they're all trying to.
Yeah,
every guild's trying to move the other guild's little chess pieces. Too.
Yeah, like I said, this is basically like, every guild has secret plans, and they're all trying to get one over on every other one.
And we are the secret plans of the Selesnya. Well, just think
Exactly.
about
You
that.
guys are a secret plan yourselves.
Excellent.
So you're in on the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My point is don't get too hung up on needing to accomplish a specific thing, because like I said, I have a general calendar in mind of when things will happen and stuff that you guys will as time goes forward, I'll be like, oh, so this is happening and that's happening, and it'll give you guys cues for things to do. So you don't worry about saying oh, we need to solidly plan out every single thing.
No, I'm just saying, what do we
Mhm.
want to do first? Just to investigate first, to kind of write the course for the next couple sessions. Where would we even want to? What do we want to do? That's not let's go into the underground, to the heart of the Civil War and die in a war, because we couldn't even deal with not even a war. It wasn't even a war. It was a Boros thing. It was just we messed that up hard.
Mm.
No, but everything leading up to it was fine. So maybe it's fine.
Sorry, I had to reconnect for a second there.
The fact that the
Yeah.
wall got destroyed might have been the best thing, because there's less deaths. Because they got
Yes.
taken away. All hail the Selesnya world tree. Oh, great, less deaths. In fact, you did the work of the Selesnya.
You know me, always looking out for those Selesnians.
I mean, there's maybe, the Gruul were probably launching a war of aggression, but maybe they had a good reason. Who can
Yeah.
say? Nobody really knows what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
Very suspicious.
Being
Not like them to be so aggressive, but
isn't it
to
though?
commit so much.
I
Well,
guess
committing so much to an invasion is not like them, unless they really want something.
We go back.
True.
We could be hailed as heroes. Not only did we blow up the thing, we also according to the ogres, blessed their rocks to blow up the wall.
We did bless their rocks.
So we did two things, right? The way I see it, there's no more laboratory, and there's no more Boros in the Boros area, so we could go back. Honestly, feel
free land?
just go back and be like, look, we're triple agenting, we're quadruple agenting.
Yeah. Back to being pentuple agents.
Yeah, just to see what's going on, just to see what's what. Although they probably won't share it with us, but they'll send us on another suicidal mission. I don't know.
I mean,
or maybe they will share it with us, because we were pivotal in the capture of the Guild Mages Forum.
Mm.
And if that treacherous Gorgon says otherwise, we'll be like, she wanted to waste this building destroying bomb on this laboratory that got destroyed anyway. We saved it. We were looking out for the Gruul the whole time.
Yeah, but right now we're dead.
I guess.
Maybe we don't want to start showing ourselves everywhere.
That's true. You don't want to be they're probably dead. And then the next sighting is we're dressed in Gruul kind colors. Well, they're probably Gruul now.
Back to doing what they were doing.
We can use our secret anonymity.
I mean, if you ever do want to just defect and join a guild, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you.
No, I'm saying we can't be pentuple agents if all the sides don't know we're working for them.
Gotta get our word out there.
Yeah, we have to.
What even would pentuple agent even be? That'd be so confusing.
No, we gotta align ourselves with all the guilds. They each think we're an agents for them, and then, and then.
It seems like a lot of work for very little payoff.
And then figure out what's
a couple agents.
A couple agents.
We're gonna have to hold so many contradictions in our head. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah. We'll have to make very tough decisions.
Like we need a flow chart.
Oh, sure.
Like, at what point are we gonna start using like the tarot deck to start decision making? Because we'll lose track of who we're working for.
That's a good question.
Like, I don't know. At this point, like, yeah, let's start making a flow chart. Let's just have a session where we just make a flow chart of all of our alliances.
Working for the Selesnya. They want to prevent the Golgari Swarm War, which is an open secret in the underground.
Yeah, basically.
Go to the underground and ask what's what?
I mean, does Anna know anything about where this might be coming from, or what's
I know
going
a
on?
little bit, not too much.
Yeah, I can basically summate what you know, which is, again, not a whole ton. Basically, you are an elf, and you are basically, you're not clan, but your group within the Golgari is what's called the Matka. And the Matka is basically like the church, for lack of a better term. So they're not like, they don't have explicit political power, but they have a lot of traditional power, and they're very respected. And basically, you can't become the guild leader without the Matka's assent. They're basically a group of elves who almost always are the power behind the throne, including Gerard. And you are a member of this group, probably, given that you are an elf yourself.
Super low.
But you're quite low on the totem pole. As for why you are out in the world doing your own thing, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, like I said, the Golgari is larger than most, and so they don't have as much on an individual level for anyone to do. You are basically meant to like facilitate communication between the Simic and the Selesnya, and that's why they sent you on that mission. But now they don't know you exist anymore, so you're still basically. But yeah, you're not much more than a gopher, and so like the actual political wranglings are unknown to you, but you do know that there has been tension for quite some time, although maybe it hasn't. You weren't aware that it had actually broken out into like actual conflict. That's been a more recent development of the last few weeks. There have been actual raids, and there's been actual, like, you've known that the partisans were out there, but they have started actually performing operations in the last 2 weeks. You don't know much about, and we'll say you don't know much about that, but you do know the last time there was significant dissent towards the Golgari leadership was a few decades back, where there was a attempted coup by a group of Gorgons called the Sisters of Stone Death, but that was put down, and 2 of the 3 of them were killed, and the 3rd was driven into obscurity, and nobody has seen her since.
Well, I could also start with trying to contact Faelish and see if.
Oh, I also know that the Gorgons are looking for Izzet equipment.
They have it, yes.
So
you guys know that as well, because the one that you have been in contact with is all decked out in Izzet tech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was about to just mention, like, maybe we should try to find this Izzet people, and they will lead us to these people.
Well, I think what's happening is that both sides are in an arms race, and we gotta. I don't know. Gotta figure this out. Yeah, I think that might be the best plan. Try to like figure out where, and then.
Yeah, if you find the Izzet, at least we know sort of their deal, but also we'd find a little bit more on the Civil War at the same time.
Mm.
So finding, what's her name? Faelish? And where she gets her Izzet equipment?
Mm-hmm. Well, just
Yeah,
she might.
that was something that you guys she makes a lot of equipment herself. Obviously, that's what she does. but you did notice at the time that she must have someone that she knows inside the Izzet who is sneaking out a lot of this tech, because there's no way she would get access to it on her own, given that she is not currently employed by them.
Yeah. Like she doesn't actually work for the Izzet right now.
Having said that, she is a contact, and given that she doesn't actually work for the Izzet, she might be safer to question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's probably what I would do, because I don't want to. If we go to our lesser known contracts or contacts, not just straight up guilds right now, I feel is the most safest bet.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Okay.
So do we want to go for contacting Faelish?
Sure, yeah. So I'll say you guys make the trip back to the 10th district. Been a while since you guys were here.
Mm.
A few weeks, but it still is raucous and busy as you all remember. And you make your way back. It takes you most of the day. But you make your way back to Tin Street, near where you remember Faelish's workshop being.
Okay. So we'll... I don't know if we should be like wearing disguises or something, but I guess I'll just like knock on the door.
There is no response.
Hmm.
Did we ever get to your workshop?
You actually did
Yeah.
break into her workshop.
We broke into
and
it,
then,
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, I hit you
Right.
all with a sleep spell, and then you said you went to sleep, and I said you all went to sleep, but you're an elf, so you can't
Yeah, I
be
remember that.
charmed.
Just
Yes.
sat outside her door for
You
like
just
hours.
sat there instead because you didn't want to go in alone.
Yep.
Remember that for next time. But yeah,
But yeah, if
there's
we
no
knock and
response at your door.
we can't open it, like it's locked.
It is locked, yes.
Hmm.
Experience last time, or since last time, I feel like we'd solve this problem better.
I was gonna say, do we just break in again?
Yes.
Do we want to?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to break into Faelish's place again. Feel a bit bad. But
She knows us now, so
she does know us. I mean, maybe she's just not there. Like, what time of day is it?
I'll say it took you most of the day to get back, so it's the early evening.
wait, haven't we
Okay.
rested already? No, right?
Have we what?
Left what?
No, rested.
I
I don't think we have.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was
Rested,
asking if we've rested yet.
like long rest. I don't think so. But it's been week. It's been like a week. Maybe we could
Yeah.
suspend a day just to get our bearings back, and then
What do we lose, Chris?
Sorry, it's been cutting in and out, so I reconnected again.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, Steve was just asking if we've rested.
Good point. Yeah, I guess you guys will. I'll give you guys a long rest.
okay.
Maybe they talked with you guys last night, and then you spent the next day heading back into town, and it's the
Yay.
next day. Sorry about that. I forget sometimes.
No, that's okay.
That's a thing that we need to keep track of in this game. Another thing that going forward will matter more, because like the things will kind of be ticking on their own clock. So.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think where Faelish would be if she's not at the workshop. I mean, she could be.
Or the Goblin Bar.
Yeah. I guess we can leave a note, but then like, how would she get in touch with us? You know, and I'm kind of worried about her. Maybe we should break in. It's like, what if she's like captured or dead or something?
Well, this is the area. I'll just send an animal message and look for a woman matching her description.
Inside the building?
No, just the general area of District 10. How big is District 10?
Extremely large.
Extremely large. Okay, well,
It is. I mean, I can't remember. Did I label this correctly? Let's see. Yeah. So you see on the map, each of these squares is like the length is 1 kilometer. Like each square is a kilometer in diameter. So it's about 14 kilometers wide by 8 or 9 kilometers high. So that's the area of the 10th district.
well, I'll send the animal towards the Goblin Bar.
So sorry, you
around
mean
that
like
area.
the Goblin Bar that like over in
Precinct
Precinct
6.
6 in the
Yeah.
Smelting Quarter?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. You guys like
'Cause
her
that's
workshop is on
the
10th
place.
Street, like over here. I guess I should. You guys are more. Hold on.
That's one other place that we know
More
she
over here. Like this is
kind
where
of
you
sits.
guys. This is where her workshop was, and the bar was over here in the Smelting Quarter. So fairly close by.
Yeah, I'll spend like 10 minutes doing that. Maybe we'll
Okay.
get a hit. I'll just say Azala is and party is looking for you. We need to meet. Okay, while that's happening, we should do something else.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just figure it out. So, yeah, you're casting this as a ritual, presumably.
Yeah.
Animal. What is it? Sorry.
A bat? No, a blue jay.
Okay.
Or the most common
What
bird.
is this spell?
Animal messenger.
Okay, right. So you need to see you need to find an animal you can already see, or that like lives. Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay.
I
Target beast travels for the duration of the spell.
Wait, do this.
It delivers your messenger. Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, got it. So it basically lasts 24 hours. If they can't find the person within 24 hours, they'll return to you.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else in the meantime? We could do the Simic thing. Because I feel like if we go underground, we're staying underground. We're not coming back. Type thing.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Huh? I mean, the Simic thing, it won't have to infiltrate the entire like organization and figure out what's going on there. I feel like that'd be a huge job.
Yeah, but like maybe we don't have to like go in. Just do a little scouting. Who do you know? Who do you know that's in Simic?
My character?
Or
I
yeah.
I have no idea.
Maybe
Like who would be connected to this? I'm sure I know some people, but
maybe you could just inform a bunch of anonymous people about the Bear Guild happenings and the assassination.
Oh yeah, they could do it for us.
You could just be like, here's Simic, and not just one person, so that if you accidentally inform like the bad or like the a competing team, just inform a bunch of them that they know that there was a, knowledge should be in free and all that. But I guess it's up to you.
I mean, what do we know about the Simic situation right now? Just that they cut themselves off after that the Selesnya found out about the lab,
Marriage.
They didn't really cut
and that
themselves
someone's
off.
trying to
They just
supplant Prime Speaker's Sagana.
they don't want to help us because they're like they think we're probably double traders or something.
But I think we're also supposed to keep ourselves like, or we have the benefit of being unknown to our guilds at this time.
Yeah.
If we go and start poking around, it's gonna eliminate that for better or worse. So if I was to do that, I'd probably have to disguise myself and go incognito. But I thought this bird was only supposed to take like 10 minutes.
Can you just like send out a bunch of other birds?
To
Just
where?
send out
I
infinity
guess I
birds.
could do a lot.
Like this entire flock will just capture, and the next 10 minutes will be like, here's a bird, here's a squirrel, here's a bird.
Yeah. Summon the
Yeah, I was gonna
bird.
say, yes, at some point, I might rule that you're like going to run out of local animals to send messages for you. You have to go somewhere else to find more.
I feel like I'm gonna use spells. And
I was like, where's all the rats? What? Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. You can't. It requires concentration. The spell.
I know it doesn't. I feel like I shouldn't be using rituals like nonstop like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't.
I'm not using spells to like get multiple animals out. That feels more fair, I think.
You're saying you shouldn't be using rituals to get things out like that?
Like sending out 100 animals.
No.
If you keep doing it, believe me, as DM, I have ways of like making that a less like if you're abusing something to that degree, I have ways of like bringing the hammer down on you in more obtuse ways. You know, other than you just saying to you can't do that. Like for instance, you know, you're like, well, there's no more birds around you. You know, like there's no birds in the neighborhood. You gotta go find more.
Well,
And then like the local birding association would piss at you and send assassins.
You are now assassin.
There's no birds in the neighborhood anymore thanks to this asshole. Kill him.
Well, who do we even send these birds to?
If we're trying to find out about the Simic?
If we're just trying to find out anything right now. Right now we're pretty on down low. So who do we get in contact with to find on things on the Simic?
I have no idea.
We have what's his face? Ven. He knows everything.
Nash's Fen, yeah.
Does he know we're alive? Probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if Nash's Fen. He's guildless, or he's like part of the.
He's part of
Guild
the
pact.
yeah.
But
I feel like he's a little bit shady, honestly. Ever since Krinko said he was, and I was like, oh man, if Krinko thinks he's shady.
if my good buddy Krenko is casting shade on Nash's
Krenko, who is himself perfectly legitimate.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's straight. He'll be like, I'll kill you, and we know that he believes that.
I mean, fair enough. It's one good thing about a liar. Always trust them.
It's like that speech that Johnny Depp did in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly.
You can always trust a dishonest man to be dishonest.
To be dishonest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have no idea where we'd start with the Simic investigation, because like I'd almost have to figure out what exactly is going on first, because I don't actually know, right? Like I didn't know there's a power play. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you're just a researcher.
Yeah.
You're just some guy.
Do you have like a researching higher up you can pass this information to? Secretly, of course.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to.
Well, do you have
It's like
trust?
What if they're in the thing? I don't know who I can trust. Who can I trust if there's like a thing I didn't even realize?
You can trust. Oh no, it's almost like that is the theme that I'm going for in this game.
Yeah.
I could
Like, how am I
trust.
supposed
I
to?
could trust the Silesia.
Yeah, they're definitely
Always.
not. This thing that they're doing with you guys is definitely totally above board.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
they're snatching.
They have no ulterior motive whatsoever in doing this
Yeah.
for you guys.
What about interior motive?
Listen, if my mom says it's okay, it's probably okay.
Dude, trust your mom.
I mean, it is your mom, you know.
My mom.
It's hard not to trust your mom.
She's like, I'm only the higher up protector of something. What I'm doing here, freeing you, is a little strange. I don't know if we should trust her.
Is that even your mom?
Is that even my mom? No, she's not my mom. She's the Selesnya, okay? Once you get higher up, you start letting go of your sense of self in the Selesnya, right?
That's fair.
The greater
All just
good.
part of the roots.
The greater good, the roots. We are the roots of the tree.
Yeah.
I think we have to
That-
make a leap of faith type thing on one of these things. Then
Okay.
Yeah.
straight up, just go into the Simic, figure that out, or just go into the underground and most likely get attacked.
Or recruited. You never know.
Recruited by.
You never know.
Knowing
what's
our
up.
approach, yes.
We'll probably attack because Steed's elf. They're just gonna assume that they're with the
Yeah,
Reaper.
I feel like they're just gonna attack us because I'm an elf.
We don't have that much money, right?
You don't. Being the patron by the Selesnya has its perks, but financial security is not one of them.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
you gotta do things for things, okay? That's what I was saying. Remember when
Yeah, barter. If you need something, you can almost certainly get it, but you'll need to do barter or favors for favors.
Remember
Right.
when I was like, they're gonna help us if we give them this orb, and then they helped us?
They did return the favor.
They did.
They gave you a couple of cool spells.
And also freedom.
They did take on your contract, and they reduced the terms of service from 5 to only 6 months.
Yeah.
5 years to only 6 months. That's a pretty good bargain.
We didn't even have to spend 5 years
And
cleaning up that area of town.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, exactly. Also, you guys, are not going to be indentured servitudes in indentured servitude for 5 years, and it probably cost them a pretty penny to modify the contract. Although you have no idea because you guys didn't seek out a legal professional to read this contract
To actually understand it,
so
yeah.
you can actually understand it. But that's your problem. I'm not judging you for your choices. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, we didn't have a ton of time.
Yeah, no, you exactly.
All right.
You made your choices.
How about this? Let's try to spend 10 minutes trying to come up with half a ton of quality steel.
Oh my god.
Iron, not steel.
Our iron, then. You know how it is.
I don't know. Well, we can wait for the messenger. If the messenger doesn't come back with any information, then perhaps it is better. I'm just curious to figure out where all this tech is coming from, and if we can sort of stop the influx of tech into the Golgari, because I feel like that would help simmer things down a bit. But barring that, I mean,
I honestly feel like what's it called? Like the Goblin War was just a testing ground for those weapons.
it's quite possible.
By the way, that Goblin War has successfully been forestalled because Krenko has been, not seen nor heard from.
Really?
Yes. Well, you guys will know what happened to him, so you know why. But he has not been returned to lead his men, and so as a result, they have kind of been quieter. And the Shattering Brothers have been extending their grip on local goblin power, such as it is.
Maybe we could find Krenko.
Yeah, well, he's with the. He was.
Yeah, it's probably easier to find Krenko than any other rogue group. It's a goblin. How quiet can it
Mhm.
be? Group.
How do we go about doing that?
Let's just go pay House Demir to like figure this all out for us. We'll pay them with
You're a
secrets.
prisoner?
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm your prisoner. Here it is. Here's a member thing we want in.
Hmm.
All right. So you guys have been standing on Felish's doorstep, discussing your next moves for a while, and you are surprised to, well, maybe not, to see Felish herself, dressed in like a black cloak, hurry up the stairs towards you. She
Oh,
says, "What are you all doing here? Quickly inside."
okay.
Got my message.
Yes, I did. Get inside. And she like unlocks the door and like holds it open for you.
Okay.
Oh, Felish.
Hopefully this isn't where she kills us.
She so yeah, she bundles you guys down the stairs and opens the second door, which has which you will recall has a magical lock. Which she jingles a little like set of keys in her hands and unlocks it and swings open the door. She says, "What are you all doing here?" as she like strides into the room.
Long story, but we're investigating the. Is it?
She closes the door and locks it. Okay, what did you have to say?
Is everything okay?
He's like, "No, everything is not okay. I think that someone's out to kill me."
What? Why?
She like walks over to her desk and picks up a piece of paper and hands it to you.
Okay, what does it say?
It says, "We know what you are doing. Expect us."
Hmm. I don't suppose you recognize this handwriting. Is it handwritten?
It is
Wait.
handwritten, yes. It is looks as though it's been written with an ink pen, a blue ink pen.
Okay.
Like
Wait,
many
is
others.
it handwriting?
I
What'd you
asked.
say?
Is it handwriting?
It is handwritten, yeah. I don't know if typewriters have been invented on Ravnica, so
From Ravnica,
probably that's the
yeah.
only option.
Well, I asked Falish, like, do you recognize this?
Sorry, what did you say?
Like, do you recognize this writing by any chance?
She smiles a toothy grin. I do. And she, before your very eyes, transforms into a hideous blue monster. Everyone roll initiative.
What?
I had a feeling.
What?
Uh,
It's my handwriting.
how do you roll again? Oh wait, yeah, sorry, we have to roll. Wait for
Here
the.
you are. Here you are. I brought you to the battle arena.
Wait, so Phalus is probably dead already.
Probably.
She's just resting. Probably.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's a lot of 20s. Oh wait, I
I
did.
hope this is consistent and doesn't change at all.
I forgot how to put my initiative in the turn order.
All right, we got everybody.
think so.
No, I'm 9.
Okay. Wait, your initiative?
Yeah, it's not there. I'm not on the turn.
Yeah, I see it. I just got you. Okay. Let me reorder these. All right, and also 2 dark shapes emerge from the floorboards.
Floorboards.
Yeah. The floor is made of wood.
I know, but like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Where were they? Why are they coming from
Well,
the floorboards?
I don't know.
Trickery.
They're spooky things. They can
I
just
know.
go through walls and junk. I know, right? It's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
so wait, do they explode from the floorboards, or do they like
No,
just
they kind of
phase?
like emerge.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, they are humanoid, shadowy figures that are somewhat incorporeal.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's all you.
I'm gonna leap at the woman and punch her toothy grin out.
I don't think it's a woman anymore.
Well, whatever it was, whatever was a jerk.
Turn into a giant blue monster.
I'm coming for you.
Go for it.
Well, I explicitly, once you said toothy grin, I knew exactly where I was gonna punch, so you gave me a target.
Did we take a long rest at all?
Yeah, we
Yes,
did.
you did.
Okay, perfect.
You asked before, and I said that yes.
Mhm.
The conversation with the Selesnya was last night. This is today in the early, well, I'd say middle evening at this point, 7 or 8 p.m. something like that.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna punch him in the jaw. I'm gonna leap and punch. How tall are they? You said they became a giant blue.
Not giant, just
Uh,
taller, like nearly like 7-ish feet tall.
all right. Well, I'm still gonna leap at them over Azala here. Name for the head.
Sure, go for it.
So I'm doing. I'm gonna use a key so I can use flurry of blows.
Okay.
Ooh. Give me a sec. My monitor's acting up.
No problem. Mine was earlier too, actually. I had to restart it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's fine.
Whoa.
The
That's a crit.
Y2K021.
Whoa.
So yeah, 2 more unarmed strike. That's miss.
I hit it once. I don't know why it's not going through. Let's do that again. Oh,
You should have
that's right. Duh.
because you did
There we
flurry
go.
blows. Jeez, Louise, 2 crits.
What?
So it takes
fucking
19,
trust.
takes 19 damage.
I trusted you.
never break Yaya's trust ever. Note to self.
Yeah, but I felt stupid when you did it.
19 damage, yikes.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
You rolled 3 dice.
Oh, it's
3
me, right?
D20s.
Mhm.
All right. Obviously,
Martial classes, man. They're
my turn's gonna be less cool. But hopefully it's just as cool. I don't know. I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to because they can he can hit things real cool with it. Yeah. And then I'm gonna try to hit this thing with my hammer. Bardic Inspiration is that a bonus action? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna hit this like wispy black shape, smoky, mystical thing with my warhammer. Let's do this! Go! Click the button. Did anything happen?
nothing happened.
I will click again.
Supposed to happen.
Is this supposed to roll? Oh, roll. Normal
Yes.
roll. Submit. I was supposed to click normal roll.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit this thing? Or do I have was I supposed to roll with disadvantage?
No, you're fine. That's a hit.
Thanks.
Yep. And that reminds me, I need to change your weapon. Hold on a second.
Weapons changing.
It's growing in
Yes.
power.
Okay, so it'll do 6 damage, and then on the extra damage, I will do this. He takes 2 extra fire damage, and you take 1 fire damage.
Oh. It singes my skin. It's too hot. Oh, I need special fire-resistant gloves. I know this.
Was it just hurt his hands, or does it like explode in flame?
It basically like explodes flame all over both him and his target.
Okay.
So yeah,
guess who's gonna buy welding gear? No.
Excellent.
Alright, I think that's my turn because you have my bardic inspiration and a reminder. Use it to add to your attack roll.
You gently.
Stroked me.
Strokes
Yes, 22.
It's
Okay, you feel a deep chill run down your spine. Whoop. As you take 7 necrotic damage.
ow.
Necrotic damage.
You can feel the strength being sucked out of you.
Oof.
I deal necrotic. I like it.
Your strength. Why is that a GM roll?
Oh no, I don't like it no more.
Your strength score reduces by 3.
Holy shoot. Okay. That's not good because you have 8 strength.
So yeah. Doppelganger's turn. It's gonna attack you. Ah!
This is a reminder for what bardic inspiration does. It's like that second last paragraph about combat.
Remind me to condense that a little bit at some point, so that when you can click it and it actually is actually readable.
Here's all the rules about bardic inspiration ever.
Yeah, it's like how like I never actually like put like spell casting in your abilities because like it's really complicated and it's like nobody actually needs to click spell casting. Like you know what spells do. Anyway. It's attacking you, yeah. That's a crit.
Oh crap.
You take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
And it's also gonna attack you, Azala.
Don't kill me.
I can't defend myself at all. Damn it.
17.
That hits.
7 bludgeoning damage.
It's a third of my health.
Well, hopefully you don't get attacked 2 more times. Azala, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
Okay. So there's no attack of opportunity when you cast spells in melee range, right?
No. But if it's a range attack, it's disadvantage.
Yep.
All right. Well, I take disadvantage on magic missile. I cast as doppelganger at level 1.
Wait a minute. That's not a ranged attack.
Exactly. It's cheese.
Man, they
wow.
really bent over backwards to make magic missile work, huh?
Max damage, level 1, 15.
Not bad. It takes 15 force damage. It's like you clearly hit it hard. Anna.
I don't think thing. Wait, I got a question. If I turn into giant lizard, it sucks my strength away. I won't die after I turn back to normal type thing.
Excellent question.
Let's figure that out. Oh, wait. Do we even have space? Oh, we do. It's a medium beast.
Strength drain and wild shape.
Let's just do it so don't insta die next turn.
Yeah, let me just think. I'm looking at
Because
anyone's
I
actually answered
die
this.
if I go down to 0 strength, right? Or 0 any stat?
Yes. Yes, you die.
Okay.
Strength drain and wild shape.
You die.
The vampire. No. Here we go. Yeah, it seems like it seems like the effect goes away when you're transformed, but when you turn back, what has been lost remains lost.
Okay.
That's
That's
I think it seems like it's unclear, but that's how I'm
Yeah.
gonna rule. So like if you transform, you get the new strength stat. That one can be drained too, obviously. But
Yeah.
when you transform back, you'll still be at 8 strength.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this so I protect my 5 strength. Or
Yeah.
6 strength, I think. Yeah, no, 5 strength. Boom,
no problem.
giant lizard.
Okay, you transform into a giant lizard.
And then that's my turn.
Did someone get strength drained? Okay.
Yeah, the shadows. That's
Here's
what
me.
happens when they hit you. They drain your strength.
Now I have 15 strength.
No.
Yeah, transformed into something that's very strong, so this wouldn't happen. All right, you're also being attacked, Tyler, by this shadow that has emerged through the trapdoor you guys used
Oh crap. Well,
when you were here before.
As I'm punching her out, this
From
shadow
behind you, you feel
right-
the cold caress of a dark shadow. 15.
I do like a controlled flail in which I quickly turn around and deliver a blow, being partially inspired by this bardic song I hear, to which sounds like Kenny Chesney in my
Did
head.
15 hit you?
15 does not hit me.
Yes, I assume that's what you meant. You're like parrying the.
Excellent. Excellent news.
I'm like, shut up! I hate you.
Okay,
Stop hitting me.
sure. 2 more
I'm
strikes.
just going on instinct at this point.
That's a miss. That's a hit. So the doppelganger's looking somewhat the worse for wear. Scenich.
Okay. I'm gonna hit that shadow thing again because that worked out well the first time around. Wait a minute. I'll do some healing word at first level for Yaya, so Yaya doesn't die. Here's 4 hit points, Yaya. Then
Thank you.
Then I hit that shadow thing.
Okay.
Ah!
You missed.
Okay. Excellent. That's my turn.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Were you hitting the shadow, Sean?
Oh yeah,
I
sorry.
was
I
trying
guess
to,
you
yeah.
should be over here, I guess. Not over there.
Is this not the shadow? Or is this a
I think
shadow?
No,
this is,
that's the doppelganger.
This the shadow?
that's one
Sorry,
of them.
have I not shown you the nameplates?
Oh no,
See the nameplates?
Can you not see them?
No, I think
No.
you have to enable us to control them for us to see them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because they're supposed to be a surprise. I don't know.
Sorry about that, guys. Here you
no,
go.
it's okay.
My bad. Okay, so now everything is seen, and the shadow is mad about being swung at with a hammer, so it's going to change tack and touch you.
No.
Besides, it doesn't really sure what it's supposed to do with a giant lizard. It's like I don't want to fight a giant lizard.
I have no.
They're much less fun to caress with my finger.
No.
Getting a salad
They're like
fingers.
they're like yeah, exactly. They're like salad fingers, except they're like completely like they're like a human shadow.
Oh no.
22.
Oh god. You're gonna kill me. Swear to god. Yeah, that hits me.
You take 8 necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 1.
Temporarily?
We'll discuss that after the battle.
Oh no.
Assuming there is
Doppelganger's
an
turn.
after the battle.
It attacks you again as yeah.
No, he doesn't.
You're hitting him very hard. It doesn't like that. 24.
Oof.
Pull the numbers.
As they say in Roblox, oof.
Take 8 bludgeoning damage, and it will attack you again, Azala.
Well,
Oops. 18.
yep.
Take 9 bludgeoning damage.
That's
Azala,
more
it's your
than a
turn.
third of my health.
Don't get attacked a third time.
Yeah.
Do you have to retreat? Is now retreat time?
I will give the shade that you are attacking. Scenich is looking even more insubstantial than before. And the doppelganger is breathing heavily and bleeding from several places.
Oh.
The other shadow has not been touched by any of you.
It's
Okay.
not been touched.
I mean, none of you have attacked it, so what do you expect?
Okay, I'm going to level 2 magic missile everything into the doppelganger.
Okay,
Oh my god. It's the
so that's 12
Wait.
damage.
wait, it didn't do the +4 there. So
Yeah.
12, yeah.
12
Sorry,
damage.
let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, so the missiles thud into it and pins it down against the desk, and it lets out a screech as it dies.
I was like, he's only pinned? No.
I'll give him a little. Anna, you are a lizard.
I will try to bite and claw a shadow. I don't know how that works.
You can bite and claw a shadow, sure. They may or may not be resistant to physical damage.
The first one is the bite, and the second one is the claw.
Okay.
Oh, 16 to 16 it.
Yep, 16 hits.
Claw does, or the bite does. Hey, max 8. And then the
So this is
claw.
bite and then
This is
claw.
bite.
Yep. Okay.
And the claw does.
All right. So you hear an unearthly wail as the shadow fades away.
You can claw and bite his shadow.
Me and my shadow. It's classic. Okay, well, the shadow is already dead, so it has nothing to fear, and it reaches out to touch you again. Yeah.
Aw.
Yes, your strength is draining away.
Did you use my
Very sad for you.
inspiration yet? You can use it to dodge it.
I will use it
14.
to dodge.
I mean, no, sorry, he parried it last time, and this, I think, also does not hit you, correct?
Ah,
No, it does not.
Yeah, okay.
perfect then.
Your turn.
Wait, am I reading this right? They're both dead.
No, there's a third one over here.
Oh.
It was behind you.
I thought that was the person before.
That was a double ganger.
Sorry, yeah, my mistake. I forgot to make the nameplates visible, so I thought you guys knew who each of these people were and where they were, but you didn't, and that's
I assume I made an assumption and I was half correct.
I mean, it didn't really matter. This is not like a very tactical fight. I just,
Well, whatever.
I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna put them in a room. That's not a lot of work.
I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration now. No, I'm going to save that unless they strike again. I think. Can I use it as an attack? I'm just going to read it quickly.
You can use it on your damage roll, I think.
Okay.
If
I'm
you
just
hit-
going to do that then.
So if you hit, you can be like, it's extra good.
Sounds good. In that case, I'm going to preemptively get my key ready for an unarmed strike.
You hit.
Boom. And I will use Bardic Inspiration for this one, and that is... Double check.
1d6, I think, additional damage. Is how you can use it, Sean?
Alright.
Yeah,
I
it's a d6.
Yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
It'll increase
Okay.
when I get level up, maybe. I don't know.
And 2 more strikes.
That's a miss. And that's a hit. Okay, so that's 4, 8, 11 damage. Okay, it's looking somewhat more insubstantial, but still healthy enough.
Guys, let's beat the shadow into submission.
Put him in a sleeper hold. Scenich.
Alright. Go put him in a sleeper hold. Do that. No, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to hit him with my Warhammer. And not hit him with my Warhammer.
You are not hitting him with your Warhammer, correct? Azala.
All right. I'm gonna magic missile again. Level 1.
Sounds good.
Pzoo. 11 damage.
Yeah, so you thump, 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 and there it goes.
Excellent.
It fades away.
Doppelganger thought they could take on all of us.
It had help.
It did.
All right, so the way shadows work, by the way, the health drain lasts until you take a short rest. Or the strength drain lasts until you take a short rest.
I don't know that. I'm sick forever.
Also, you probably do know that. I'm fine with you knowing that.
I'm dying. I have to write a will.
I'm sick forever. Yeah, exactly. You sit down for like 15 minutes. You're like, actually, I feel fine. All right, so the doppelganger, looking somewhat literally deflated, slumped over the desk.
Maybe we should have kept him alive. Too late. We searched his body for anything. Like a letter. Like, we've killed Felix.
You don't find a letter, but you do find something rather incriminating.
An IOU.
The insignia of House Demir.
What?
Yes. It certainly seems this doppelganger was a shape changer and the employee of House Demir.
Give me a sec. I must read the summary on House Demir.
They are librarians and couriers. They do
Yeah.
not run a secret information network, and they do not assassinate people.
House Demir.
Yeah. I think I have a thing for them, right?
Yeah, you do. Remember
Yeah,
you read
the
it.
guilds. There you go. House Demir.
Wonder if they were sent by the Izzet Guild, or who sent them after Faelish.
Or maybe the Gorgons.
It's probably the Gorgari, yeah. It's like Krenko is working for them. It's Krenko's contact. And they probably put it together that we used them to follow and find Krenko. In the end, it was Faelish's greed that got the better of her. Although she might still be alive. She might have just been like in hiding.
Maybe she got away. Yeah. Well, let's search her house. See if she's even here, or her body's
Sure.
here.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Should I make the check? Or?
Yeah, we could all do things.
I'm curious to see what is going on with Faelish.
Oh, I can't get past the Demir sign.
Well,
What the heck is
none of you
Demir?
are able. Yeah. So the obvious thing is her workbench, which the doppelganger slumped against, where they picked up the letter that they'd handed to you, Azala.
Let's pin the letter to the doppelganger. That'll confuse everyone.
Costs and but
Hello?
hello?
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, we can hear you. Sorry, what did you say?
Okay, I think my internet just went down for a second, I think. Yeah. Do I have internet? Not have internet. No. Don't know what to do.
Like I
Sorry,
said, there's
sorry,
like
my
a layer
internet.
of dust over most things, especially the workbench. Like I said, there's nothing else all that incriminating here other than that letter. But given that Steed already made a check, I'm gonna honor his check.
Okay, no, fair enough.
But I will say that, like, you guys notice, like I said, like the place is pretty much covered in dust, and it looks like it hasn't been cleaned in, well, maybe over a week. Not that Faelish was particularly clean when you were here last time,
Right.
but most of these things look like they haven't been touched for some time, with the exception of the piece, like the letter on the desk that Steve found.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, my internet just cut out for a sec.
Yep.
Let's pin the letter to the doppelganger to send them a message.
I don't know if we want to announce that we've been here necessarily.
These dead bodies would announce that.
There's only one
I'm
dead
not,
body.
I'm not pinning any other letter, just a letter that they said that we know what you did. We're to pin it to the doppelganger to give them a message. We know that they did.
Fuck.
Uh,
Well, this kind of puts a wrench in the plan to figure out what's going on with the Izitech.
yeah, now that we know Demir's part of it.
I mean, they might not even be part of it necessarily. They're just like might have been requisitioned.
Yeah.
Take her out.
Can I open up the sewer tunnel?
You
to
may.
check if like it's been used. Maybe she got away.
Well, it's just a ladder, so it's tough to tell. But you can head down to the sewers and investigate down there.
Sure. Like
Sure, yeah.
we know which way she left before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she just.
Is that
did
the
it
way?
so
I kind
quick.
of feel like it was the way when we tracked her through the tunnels, but I can't remember that far back.
Yeah, you guys tracked her through the tunnels. I mean, definitely Enno would remember the way that you went, even if the rest of you don't. Like in character, they definitely would know. They definitely would remember and be familiar with it. In the way that you would be familiar, like where a place was if you walked down the street to get there, you know?
I do have that bird still going around because it hasn't come back to me yet.
Does it come back to you if it's reached its target? Or does it not confirm that you see it? I don't know how that works. Yeah. It only comes back if it doesn't deliver the message.
Oh, okay.
And that's after 24
No.
hours. So you'll know in 24 hours if
Come back or
Yeah.
hasn't or it's made it. Okay.
What's the unlated African swallow's land speed? Airspeed.
yeah, it says it can cover about 50 miles in 24 hours. So I don't know how to like that's in a line. So I don't know if you described an area. I don't know how that works out.
Well, doesn't it just magically seek out the person somehow?
I don't know.
Oh, you have to tell it a location and or a recipient. The bird's probably in this house somewhere, just waiting.
What the? Okay, so
I mean,
or describe them. Oh yeah, no, yeah. So the bird's probably just like across the street, just like waiting to see someone.
no, I sent
No,
it to the bar.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I assume like would like you like were like look for Falish in this area, you know. I don't know, like it says like you need to choose like a location and a recipient who matches a general description. So presumably they will go to that location and look around for that person, and if they don't find them within 24 hours, they'll come back to you. Seems how that like so I would say like if you specify like maybe like the Tin Street neighborhood or the Tin Street in the Smelting Quarter, I'm fine with that. The 10th district itself is probably a bit too large for that to make sense.
I'm not gonna do that.
But I assume, like I said, it works the way you think it'll work.
Perfect.
So
We found out Demir's just here. Falish might be dead, might not be dead.
well, you guys said you wanted to investigate the sewers, right?
Yeah, we're investing in the sewers right now.
Everyone make a perception check.
Is this based on something that I get a bonus on?
No, it's not smell based. Even if it were in the sewers, I might be inclined to take away your advantage anyway because it's smelly. All right, Anna. A little ways down the corridor, you notice something. It's quite close to the ladder that goes back up to Felish's workshop. It's a little cobblestone that is working as a latch, and as you shift it, a secret panel slides open, and you see a secret laboratory which is stuffed full of Is-It tech.
Well then.
Sorry, what is it?
So in the sewers, a little ways down a corridor, there is a secret door which is hiding a secondary workshop full of Is-It tech.
Interesting.
So yeah, as you look across the walls and you see lots of like plasma blades, you see like one of the flamethrowers she was sporting when you saw her last.
And just do like a quick trap check before we all blow up and die.
Okay. Yes.
Investigation.
Yeah, I guess that's.
Oh,
You don't see any traps.
fine.
It'll be fine.
You don't see any traps.
Looks safe.
All right, let's go in there. Does it look like there's dust on it? Ooh.
Yeah, it looks fairly dusty in here, although it isn't a sewer, so you know.
Okay. I just look around, peruse, see if
Sure.
anything's been used or if she's even been in here lately.
So yeah, you look around for a bit, and nothing really seems like. It looks like most of the things have been here a while, but you do notice near the door there's a stack of crates that have like a shipping manifest still on them. And when you look at it, it looks like these were received by Falish only 3 days ago.
Interesting.
So she's alive?
Mm,
Because
no,
less
not
than a week
necessarily.
ago, but 3 days ago.
Yeah, and they were the shipment was like it was said it was delivered to a warehouse a ways up 10th Street, out near Gruel Turf. But Thalish signed for it, and the person on the other end was in the I can't remember what department, but it was an Is-It member by the name of Rex.
It was Buddy?
Sorry?
You cut off. It was just Rex, right?
Yeah, just Rex. I mean, I could give him a last name, I guess, but whatever.
Did we need a Rex before?
Not to my knowledge. If so, I am reusing a name.
Okay.
This is a totally original character. Do not steal.
I remember Krenko had a friend called Rex.
Maybe. It does kind of sound like a goblin name. But maybe this person's a goblin. You don't know.
So the shipment, she signed for it to go out, and it never went out?
Nope. She was signing as to receive it.
Oh, to receive it. Okay.
Yes.
I see. So she's been working with someone in the Is-It League.
Yep.
By her excommunication.
Do you want to know what it is?
In the shipment? I do.
It's there's 3 large crates full of galvanized steel plate.
Galvanized steel plate. Interesting.
Yeah.
Would you say it's a half a ton worth?
How much steel is half a ton?
Is it high quality?
About half a ton.
galvanized steel, so he probably would be fine with it. I mean, maybe I'm just saying, it's not. I mean,
I will take note of this.
half ton of steel size. I don't know. Yes, probably. I will
Excellent.
say yes because it's convenient for me.
Hmm.
And you.
Nudge, nudge, nudge.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I was eyeing it.
you never know though. She might be alive and want it back.
It's true.
Yeah, but this is just payment for taking care of the assassins, really.
So yeah, so this was signed for by Phalage from someone in Rex, and notably the manifest describes it as construction waste. So there was no money changing hands. But
Okay.
as you can see from the plate that you've seen, this is very high quality and manufactured to like a standard. So this is not construction waste. This was manufactured this way.
Okay. Interesting. Excellent.
You gonna steal from your friend?
Steel. She's dead.
Great.
Not likely
dead?
dead.
Yeah, so
She's-
notably the delivery location wasn't here, by the way. It was there is like a warehouse that where delivery happened on the edge of the district, out near Gruel Turf. I want to make sure that I said that and you guys remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like
That is good
delivered
to know.
here, like Phalish got it here herself somehow.
That is good to know because then maybe we should check out that place next. Do we know where that place is?
Yep. Like I said, it's on the I can bring you back to the map. Oop, here we go. Yeah, so it's up near like the northwest of where you guys currently, or maybe more like due north because this compass is tilted. Out near like the edge of Tin Street, where Tin Street kind of descends into the red wastes as they are called, which is Gruel Turf, but it's near that direction.
Okay.
Maybe a good place to go if you didn't want anyone to see what you were doing.
Mm-hmm. Precinct 4.
So I'd say I'll use this little dot.
Have you spent a lot of time Precinct 4?
Decent amount. Why?
I was just wondering.
I mean, like I said, this is where Tin Street. The most of Tin Street is in Precinct 4. There's a stretch in Precinct 1 as well, which is like fancier. But yeah, a lot of Tin Street, which is like the main market street in Ravnica, is in Precinct 4. And it's where like the entire first leg of this adventure was pretty much, except for the part that was in the smelting corner. So.
I'm assuming we're being like incognito right now, right? Like all of us.
Because you're in a sewer right now, so it's hard to be It's hard to be more incognito than you currently are.
Okay.
In a sewer?
And like, yeah, Tin Street is a busy place. So yes, you might be being surveilled, but on the other hand, you're fairly anonymous, right? Like, it's not like you're the only people there.
Yeah.
So unless somebody knows to look for you on where and is given a location, it'd be difficult to find someone on Tin Street because there's so many people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to disappear, you go somewhere where lots of people are, or somewhere where nobody is. And you guys are probably fine if that's what you're worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go to that spot.
Hmm.
All right.
Wait, do we want to take any
okay.
Isotic with us before we go?
Do
You
I
mean
want
the
to take
steel?
this? Do you want to take this half ton of
You
steel?
want the
with
steel?
you?
Well, no, isn't there like flamethrowers and like power blades?
Yeah, but most of it is not like a finished product. Like, this is like clearly a workshop. So you need to, like I said, the flamethrower is in one piece, so you could probably use that if you wanted.
I could use a flamethrower.
Like the fuel cells for it.
Yeah, does it have ammo?
Equipped with one, yeah.
Okay. If you're fine with that,
I will look up what that will do. If you want it, you can take it with you, but it'll probably I'll figure out what it does in between sessions because I don't have the stats handy. But
yeah, no
you can
worries.
just take it and use it if you want.
Okay. I would like to take it and flamethrower things.
Yeah, and it seems cool. So totally, I will allow that to happen.
Cool.
But yeah, as you how you guys leaving? Are you gonna go back the way you came? Or are you gonna sneak through the sewers? Are you gonna do what?
Let's sneak through the sewers.
Maybe a better idea.
So yeah, you like I said, going through the sewers makes things a lot quicker, although potentially more dangerous. But in this instance, you don't encounter anyone, and you emerge above ground in the warehouse district at the edge of the precinct. Only a few blocks away, like you can see the rubble belt from here, and you can smell the smoke from Gruul raiding party fires. So it's quite a formidable location. But there you do spot the warehouse fairly quickly because it's one of the only ones around here that's actually lit up. In the like, I'd say it's probably around like 9:30, 10 p.m. at this point. It takes you about an hour to get there, walking. And it's one of the only buildings around that's actually lit up in the evening. And you notice half a dozen goblins or so keeping watch out front of the building.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I said, it is still a warehouse, so it's not like it's got like windows and junk, but you know, you can see light inside, and there's clearly action going on here. There's like a smokestack that has some wisps of smoke coming out of it, and it seems much more active than most of the buildings around here. And it is the building that was specified on the shipping manifest.
Okay.
What this means, I turn to Azala. Time for seductive goblin.
I'm not doing that again.
Why not? I got this in last time.
I know, but I've been getting into too many pickles with this guy's attempts. Let's take a different tack this time.
Fine.
Let's just talk to them.
What?
I mean, we're not breaking in. It's not like we're doing anything nefarious. We can just go talk to them. It's not like they're doing anything illegal either. It's just a warehouse.
They're probably defending something. Defending something.
I mean, yeah, the goods.
So we walk up and say, hey, what are you doing?
Just like, hey, we're investigating a shipment that was made.
Hold on a second, I gotta reconnect. I can't hear you guys.
Oh, okay. Did you hear us at all, or not at all?
A little bit. What were you saying?
Oh, I'm just saying we can just go like inquire about the shipment and see if they know of Falish's whereabouts. Because Steed was suggesting we like infiltrate, then I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. I got into a lot of pickles doing that. It's like,
I mean, it's
you know,
you guys. You can do what you want.
Yeah. Because I mean, I don't think like it's not like they're a gang and we're breaking in, right? It's just like a warehouse. So like,
yeah,
I don't
this
think
isn't like it's a public, like you're in a public street technically.
Yeah.
You know. So you're not like, it's not like this is like a secure location that you're not supposed to be. And for what it's worth, like these people are like they're clearly keeping watch, but you don't like they don't look like, you know, armed to the teeth or anything. They're just guys hanging out in front of a warehouse.
Just workers.
I was afraid that
maybe
Felix is actually dead, and they just like an anonymous person used Felix's name to accept that. And
it's also
Demir could be
possible.
part of it. And if we just start asking about Felix's stuff.
But would an anonymous person know about her secret lab underneath her other lab?
Maybe. I don't know. It's so much.
You're too paranoid, man.
I'm super paranoid right now. We should all be.
What are you talking about? We're all working for the Slesnia, as it should be.
Yeah,
No paranoia here.
exactly. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think this goes that deep. Maybe it does, but I'd be surprised if the people at the warehouse are like connected with Demir.
Why don't we
Because
just...
I mean, we're all,
Do you have like a pen or something? Maybe you can just write a letter to Phalish that you need her to sign for, and then just write a letter to her, and then ask for her to sign for it.
like
Right?
ask somewhere. I mean, they don't even know where Phalish is the thing. Like, this is just
No,
a
but
warehouse.
like it was delivered to her, and she signed for it in person. So if we go to the warehouse where it was with a letter,
Oh, and like
you
try to
wrote
get if someone's
to her,
impersonating her.
and then sign her, and then be like, okay, it's her or not, and she'll recognize you probably, and
Oh, I see.
you know what I
Like
mean?
to see if he's there. Yeah, I get what you're getting
and
at.
then the letter is just like we've cleared out the problems on your workshop. Please help us. I don't know.
Hmm.
See, if we all show up, it's like
Wait, why can't we just ask for Phalish?
we could do that, but like assuming she's wanted by like doppelgangers. Just give her a letter. She looks at us. I think the problem is that she needs to look at us. We
Hmm.
get turned away by the guards. It's like nothing. But if we get in and she looks at us, she's like, "Oh, they're good," because one doppelganger, sure. 4 doppelgangers. That's a little.
Now you're being paranoid.
Yeah, now you're being paranoid.
Yeah. Well, that's up to you guys.
I mean, even if we just leave the letter to her and then she can get into contact with us on her time, I feel like we should write a letter. I don't own a pen, you see.
What's
I'm
a
pretty
pen?
sure I own. Where is it? Do I have ink? I do have an ink pen. Yeah, I could pen a letter.
Yeah, and then just say we're here to like deliver to her, and if we're like denied entrance, we could just give it to the person. Then that'll be that, I guess.
Okay, but what are we delivering to her?
A letter to say that we like cleared out her workshop
Oh, okay.
of, I don't know. If you want to be sly about it, or just be like, there was a doppelganger, we killed it.
Yeah, sure. I can say. Well, we can say that we secured the workshop. We would like to meet.
And then just be like, your friend Azala.
Yeah. Sure.
And then
Let's do that.
draw a little elephant face. she'll remember.
Yeah. Okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah, because like it'd be the same thing, right? We can go and then ask to meet her, and if we're not, we have a message.
Mhm.
Here you go.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then did we lock the? Or we didn't even left yet, right? Or did we leave? Yeah, we're here.
We did leave. Yeah, we're at the
Yeah,
we're at the warehouse.
do we lock up her workshop correctly?
The door was locked behind you when you entered. If you
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Perfect, excellent. Nothing to
Right, the
worry
magic.
about now.
Well, it is worth noting the Demir doppelganger knew how to get in and out. So.
With a key, I think.
Yeah, they had the keys.
Oh, okay. Did we take those keys?
No, we did not.
No, you did not.
We left them on a dead body in the middle of her workshop, which we should
Hmm.
inform her in the letter, right? We've gotta.
Yeah, the fact that they have those keys is not a good sign, but
It's not a good sign, and we should tell her that in the letter.
okay.
I don't know if you're aware, but your keys are currently in the possession of a
Yeah,
doppelganger
the
who has assumed your
doppelganger.
appearance
Yeah.
and is apparently living in your workshop. Doubtlessly, this is news to you.
Yeah.
I hope this letter finds you well.
Yeah. And have a merry guilds, miss.
pretty much. That's pretty much what the like Christmas analog is. It's not Guildsmiths, but it's the festival of the Guild Pact.
Oh, it's Textile Day.
Textile. Let's go celebrate
What,
the
what
unions.
what kind of raw working materials do you hope that the tradesmith will leave in your workshop?
Okay, yeah. So I think it's just like pen a quick letter saying whoever's looking, asking for help, and telling her about the dead things in her room, house, workshop.
Okay.
And if we don't hear back from her, we'll assume she's dead. We'll carry on our business accordingly.
You want to put that all in the letter?
I don't know. No. Maybe. I don't know. Do you have a magical seal somehow? No, probably not. Just leave it. Just be like, we're looking for you, and we assume that this is the address because we were at your workshop, wink, and we killed that doppelganger, wink, wink. No, but I don't know. Smiley face. Yeah.
We did pest control for you.
Yeah, exactly. You left your keys on the in the pocket of a pest that's currently dead that you need to clean up.
I just mailed them the key.
Well, we're terrible at letters, alright? Okay.
No, just mail them the key so
All
they
right.
can.
Oh, it's all it will
So
fill
you've
us
been
in
talking.
with.
Sorry, I just want to kind of.
It's all it will fill us in.
You've been talking a lot about like sending Faelish a letter. Where exactly are you going to send this letter to?
The guard, the
Well, no, I
warehouse.
think we were gonna give a letter to the warehouse people and be like, "Oh, we have a letter for Faelish."
Ah,
Yeah.
And try to get her to sign for it, and then if
That would
they
incriminate
sign,
us at all?
right. Okay, got it.
and if they
Right, I
don't,
forgot your plan.
and if they
Because
don't let
we're
us sign
discussing
for
it-
it, we'll just leave it with them, and then hopefully
We're
she'll
discussing
eventually read it.
the letter for
Yeah.
some point.
Well, Azala will
Time on
summarize.
that. Okay,
She'll,
fair enough.
I'll trust Azala's opinion. He'll summarize what's in the letter.
You'll trust my opinion.
Yeah, I have complete confidence in you. Like, come on, you're all working for me now. Like, that was the
Okay.
best thing that could have happened.
Okay.
Oh,
Or
God.
maybe she gets the letter, it just never messages us back.
Yeah,
she
in which
ghosts
case
us.
we
Possible.
assume she's dead, and we just take.
But I
her
mean, in that
stuff.
case, then she probably doesn't want to contact us. So, I mean,
And
Maybe
we
she just thinks we are Demir now. This is just one way to get her out
yeah,
of hiding.
you say you're Azala, but how do I know you're not another doppelganger? I mean, that's a very fair, like, assessment. If she has
let's
escaped
tell
the
But
first
would-
doppelganger.
but
we
would-
would know that the doppelganger wouldn't.
Obviously, I play bongos really loudly as I try to get into the warehouse. She knows I'm insane, right?
Yeah, we'll just put it at the bottom. We're not Demir. We are truly just Azala. And
Let's all
Party.
bleed on the letter so they can test it
Oh
to
my
know we're not
God.
doppelgangers.
damn you, Chris! Why'd you have to do this?
Let's give them blood.
You thought I was not gonna have doppelgangers in a campaign all about secrets and hidden identities and betrayal? Like, come on! It's almost too easy.
The
It's too
assumptions
easy not
make
to
an
do.
ass of you and umptions, so think about that.
Okay, well let's
Oh, sorry.
let's go and say we have a letter to give to Faelish. On the letter, we'll just say that we've secured your warehouse or your workshop. We'd like to meet with you. And we can ask them about the last time they saw Faelish and or the shipment. And
Sure.
like,
And if they deny
sort
the
of-
existence of Faelish and this shipment, that shipment's ours then, right? That's how that goes.
Yes.
If it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist, I guess.
We can't just leave it all that stuff down there. Someone else is gonna find it.
You currently have like a weapon, like walking around with a flamethrower.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
yeah,
For now, don't worry about it.
that's how I prove I'm part of
Right,
the
so
Islam.
yeah, so you're gonna walk up and give them this letter that you guys have.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so you walk up, and the goblins they kind of nudge each other as you walk up, and they say, "What's your business?"
We're just investigating a shipment that came a while ago. We're looking for a Faelish.
One of the goblins kind of like thinks for a second. He's like, "Faelish. Oh yeah, boss Boss signed over some construction materials to her a few days back.
Hmm. Construction materials, eh? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
How many days ago was that exactly?
3, if I reckon correct.
3 days ago. Okay. And sorry, your boss, would that be Rex?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to talk to him?
Yeah, I like that.
Sure, he's in the office. Don't touch anything.
I won't.
Okay, so so you walk into the warehouse, presumably.
Okay, wait. If I get to a location where I'm like out of sight or out of earshot,
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Oh, okay. You could contrive such a opportunity if you make a stealth check.
Sure.
Presumably, because you want to do this. So okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you slip between two crates and quickly cast Mage Armor,
Okay, excellent.
and nobody seems any of the wiser. There are a handful of goblins like doing stuff, odd jobs around here, but none of them seem to notice you. And yeah, this warehouse is very similar to the one that you guys caught up with Krenko at the office midways along.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. The one we broke into last time.
Like I said, it's a warehouse. There's not much to it. This one doesn't have like a track like the other one did for loading onto barges because there's no barges.
Yeah, that's right.
But other than that, I mean, it's a warehouse. It's got a catwalk. It's mostly full of boxes.
Wait, I'm thinking to myself, could we just like walked in and asked last time?
Yeah.
No, you guys, you did. I think you talked to someone at the door, and they were like, "Nobody's allowed in." If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Because I think Andrew did try that before. More like, sorry, nobody's allowed in.
Yeah. The direct approach.
Anyway, so the office is about where you would expect it to be.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll go talk to Rex and just say, I guess,
Sure.
is everyone coming with me?
Yeah.
I think so, unless they say otherwise. So you go knock on the door. A somewhat portly goblin opens the door. You notice he has an Izzet insignia
Okay.
on his chest. And he says, "Yeah, what can I do you for? I'm about to head home for the day. So make it quick." And
Yeah.
unlike the one that Krenko was in, this is like an actual office. Like there's like filing cabinets and things, whereas Krenko was squatting in that one, but this one's like an actual office with a bunch of paperwork and
Okay.
like a miniature break table, like
Yeah.
coffee machine or whatever.
Yeah, sorry. We're just here looking for Faelish. I understand that you gave her a shipment about 3 days back?
Yeah, sure did. But she showed up, signed for it, and left.
Did you notice anything unusual about her when she acquired the shipment?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, sorry. Did you notice anything unusual about her when she acquired the shipment?
So he narrows his eyes. He says, and he says, "Shake my hand."
I shake his hand.
You feel a scratch on your palm.
Am I dead?
You are not.
Is he checking if I'm a doppelganger?
So yeah, he releases his palm, and you look. There's like a small pin in his palm. He says, "Cool it. It ain't poison."
Okay, that's good to know.
Who
I
wants
haven't.
to know? Because you ain't a Demir spook.
No, definitely we are not.
Wait, how
Wait.
that's
So I'll be straight with you, Rex, because I think we may be playing for the same team here. We were recently at Felish's workshop, and we were ambushed by Demir's spies. We have reason to believe that Felish may be dead, and we're looking for her.
The expression on his face like softens quite a bit, and he seems rather somber. He says, "Damn, that's a hell of a thing. Listen, I make it my business to work with things that the Izzet don't need anymore, if you understand my meaning.
I think
And
so.
Felix is one of my best customers.
Hmm.
But everything that I do is, for the most part, above board. The Izzet know what I sell, and I pay enough to the guild brass that they leave me alone.
I see. But other than that, you have
Having
no.
said that, what my customers do with what they receive, well, that's their business. And I know Falish, well, she was a little too overzealous to make things at times, and didn't pay the most attention about who that meant she had to be dealing with.
Hmm.
I was concerned for her, I was, but let me put it this way. I can spot a doppelganger from a mile away. Izzet has to deal with spooks all the time. And unless I'm crazy, Falish was not one of them.
Okay. Interesting. So that means that she quite likely is dead then.
He's like, I certainly haven't seen her since then.
Yeah.
And, if you were at her place and she wasn't there, there ain't too many places she'd be. Who knows? Maybe she's gone to ground, but unless you know any friends she has in low places,
Yeah.
then you could ask them.
Do you?
He grins. He's like, I know everybody, but you didn't come to me for help.
Wait, you said we didn't come to him for help?
Falish didn't
Oh,
come
she.
to Rex for help. If
Oh,
he's like disappeared, if she's like found someone to help her disappear, it wasn't him.
yeah.
He doesn't know, like, obviously.
Yeah.
He obviously is worried. He's like, But yeah, if I see her, do you have a place I can reach you?
Well, not gonna lie, we're kind of running incognito right now.
He's like, okay.
Um,
But you guys have you can still use your it said a dead drop
Oh,
system.
here.
That the Selesnya can control and will be secure. So
Yeah, I was like, you could tell him the location of some park that the Selesnya live at or something.
yeah, exactly. Like I said, you'll still have access to those city systems, so you can give him a place that he can leave messages for you.
Okay.
They'll be picked up and relayed to you in a reasonable time.
Mm.
So I mean, it's your choice if you want to tell him that. You don't have to, obviously. But
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
okay. So yeah,
And
So
here's a letter for if she shows up. Yes, right?
he's like, no problem. I'll file it away. And he does just that.
And then I was like, but if she shows up, be extra careful. If you know what I'm saying.
He chuckles and shows the pin, and it twinkles in the torchlight. He says, "I always am. I'm an old goblin. There ain't too many of those."
Excellent. Okay. Oh, that's not good.
Back to the workshop.
We could go back to the workshop. There's not a lot left for us there, though. Well, it's true, except for the steel. I mean, do we want to make that detour right now?
Better now than never.
Yeah.
Or
Is there a better time?
Unless we wait for her to show up. Maybe she has actually gone to ground. Then she probably is not going to show up at the workshop.
Yeah.
We have some downtime here.
In which case, maybe she won't be missing a bunch of steel.
Yeah. Well, she only got 3 days ago, so it's not too far.
Mm.
There wasn't a body somewhere, so unless the mirror might just have her stealing
Yeah.
secrets or something. Who knows?
I say we take the steel. Also, if we're in like the market area, I just want to go to like a leather worker.
Sure. It's late, so they'll probably be
Okay.
for the evening. But it's something to keep in mind for next time. Yeah, it's around like 10 p.m. So
Okay, that's fun.
Okay. Yeah, well, if you guys want to do that, we can. I'm certainly interested in investigating the Simic, but we can see how that goes down.
Well, let's
Definitely
call
accomplish
it getting late, so
Yeah.
probably should wait until the morning to go to the Zonut. Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's not too late. Go to some party at the Ragnos quarters, am I right?
It's not.
It's not, but we
It's
still want
never
to
too
be.
late for a Ragnos party.
We still want to be not alive.
Oh, right.
Not alive? Oh, yeah. Like on the DL.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are Rakdos clubs are known for their discretion, but
Uber discreet. And Uber party.
Well, let's go change those tickets. So you got those tickets? Something fancy?
We do have tickets, yes.
for the jury review, yes, but that's in a few weeks' time.
No, for the meal.
Oh, that. I mean, again, like that's gonna be something like Orzhov work on bankers' hours only, of course,
Oh, right.
because they're bankers.
Naturally.
That'll take some, and getting them to make changes on documents. That might. I mean, you can do it, but hopefully you're not precious with your time. Imagine the DMV, but like twice as bad. That'll be what awaits you.
Well,
Okay.
then go secret away to somewhere and take a rest at Selesnya Enclave shelter.
Sure. Yeah,
And
you want to
then-
for the evening?
And then in the morning, donut, I guess.
Yeah, works for me.
All right. For now, then, I think we'll call the session there. And yeah, you guys all get a long rest.
Excellent.
And also, you guys will all level up because
Yay!
about time you guys get a level up. Yeah.
Okay.
I was wondering that.
I'm putting my strength back up to
Yeah, your strength recovers when you take your long rest. So whatever it was reduced to in that fight, you get back to normal. And yeah, so you guys all get a level up. What level are you guys at now?
5 then.
It will be 5.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, good. Yeah, I was gonna give you a level when you resolved that situation for better or for worse, and you resolved it arguably for worse, but
Or worse.
whatever.
It seems to be for better in my situation. Like,
I
come
mean,
on.
like I said, like I no matter what happened, I had contingency plans, and this was my contingency plan for if this happened. So
Yeah.
I'm like the de facto leader now. Okay, thank you.
I lead us
You're
under
not. Your
servitude.
mom is.
Well,
you're working for your mom now.
yeah. My mom's my boss.
Your mom's your boss.
Well, that's fine. He's like some higher up person, I guess. Yeah,
Mhm.
that seems crazy. But that was good. That's a good session.
Hmm.
A lot of stuff happened.
So yeah, so you've started investigating a couple new lead, and yeah, so that's good.
Excellent.
Well, gentle viewer, we'll be back in, I don't know, a while. Are we taking the break now
Yeah,
from D&D? Yeah, okay. We'll be taking
yeah,
the
it'll be a while. Like I said, this is like, I mean, give you a taste of what's to come, but yeah, it'll be more along these lines, and then we can play Torchbearer for a while, I guess, and then Yeah.
See what other games we have. I want to kind of try to play like maybe not like a one shot, maybe like a couple of sessions, but possibly Darkest Dungeon, Blades in the Dark. At some point, and other games. And if you guys want to play games that you want to DM, always happy for that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm also want to do Worldwide Wrestling RPG at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I'll have to like find the distance I need to be away from my mic in order to yell really loud.
Well,
At some point, I would like to do that as well, but
Like
yeah.
I'll be standing in my hallway being like, I want to wrestle. Ah!
No, we should up the ante. We all put on our costumes, and when we do that, we just film ourselves. Like it's like a Zoom call where we yell at each other.
I feel like that will not be necessary.
I think it's absolutely necessary.
You don't have your wrestling costume, Chris?
Yeah, I am the Mr. McMahon, I suppose. So
Yeah.
I mean, I also have to play like every single wrestler who isn't one of you guys, and so
Yeah.
a little strenuous.
We need a third party.
Yeah, it's basically just Apocalypse World part. Like it's powered by the Apocalypse, so it's all pretty straightforward stuff, and it's Anyway, that's on the list, but there's only so much time in the day, so we'll see what we actually get around to doing.
All right.
But yeah, play Torchbearer soon. I'm excited to get back into not DMing for a while. Just playing. Not that I've done much DMing either recently, because we haven't done much of anything.
Yeah.
And all that junk.
Well, thanks. Thank you for that. Thanks for playing. And
Yeah.